Good evening, NAC. Good evening, the fine people of Team Fortress 2. Good evening, Twitch chat. And good evening, all. Nice to see you, and it is great to be back. It's great to be back here at the local Insomnia here at Birmingham NEC. It is great to see the Team Fortress 2 alive and well in this I-71 Open tournament. I'm TonyResort. It's nice to see you guys. Nice to see you. You look great. You look fantastic. It's been a long time. Yeah, thank you. I love it. All right. So, it's the grand final. I'm not sure if you noticed all the lights, all the parades, all the array of players. Wait, where are the players? All right, let's get the players on here. Yeah, so we've got, first up, we've got our finalists, the ones that hopefully are going to beat the favorites of the tournament. It's going to be TonyResort. TonyResort, come out here. High five me. There we go. Oh, look at the Welsh, look at the flag. Oh, beautiful set of gamers. You wouldn't know they're beautiful and talented. My God. Well. I know any team is good as their opponents, and this opponent is pretty good. It's pretty good. So we want to welcome, a warm welcome on to the favorites, maybe your champions, Witness Gaming. Come on, guys. Ooh, did I hear booze? We've actually turned this into a pantomime. Good God. Have you ever seen such evil incarnate? Ooh. Witness Gaming. Scary team. Scary team. All right. Now that they're sorting out all their little chairs, changing their little keyboard orientations, and just making sure that we're all kind of mentally broken, let's see who we've got installed. Let's see who we've got to work with. Let's have a quick rundown of these teams, because the team name is as good as its actual players. All right, starting off strong here in the Birmingham NEC in our tournament. We've got Sneaky. Big round of applause for Sneaky. Come on. Woo! Oh, look at that man. He loves the camera. Going down the line still, we've got our medic, Crayon. We've got a strong personality and a strong demo man. It's Bagels. He does his own woos. He does it all. Oh, I'm glad you brought your best tank top to the occasion, Sylvers. Give it up to Sylvers. Roaming soldier extraordinaire. Well, Captain in his pocket, but you know, I see him as a roamer. Is that Asian? Is that Asian I see right there? I can't see him. Such a cool fellow. Roaming soldier. Zodiac, you didn't believe it, but you've made it to the stage, buddy. Scout Zodiac has made it on. Excellent. All right, you might have to help me out with these players. I don't really know these too well. All right, production. Oh, it's Domo, of course, Domo. Yeah, of course. We've got Auto here, ladies. Woo! Just ladies. Thomas. It's nice to see you again, buddy. Doing well? Keeping well? Scout extraordinaire Thomas there. MVP in the making. Do I call you Puck? Do I call you Hugo? What do I call you? Let's call you Puck for now. It's Puck on Soldier. Land champion Solentes has graced our presence. And Tiger is finally made it to an Insomnia stage. Scout Man Tiger. I'm so proud of my boys. They've made it onto the stage. I'm so happy. And I'm so happy to all of the staff here at the Insomnia Arena, at the Essentials.tf for helping us put on this wonderful show. And a big shout out as well to Draytech. You might see their little logo up there. They're the ones that kind of helped us out in the sponsoring of this tournament. So a big shout out to them. And a big shout out to Marketplace.tf as well. You might have seen their ads. Maybe. All right. So obviously it's a bit boring just watching me just kind of like hang out here all day and all night. So I've got some people to talk to. You might recognize some of their faces. Before I introduce them on, let me get onto sofa. And let's introduce Juan and Lucky.
I love you too.
Ignore him. Nobody said that. Nobody said he loved him. Nobody. He's just lying.
Platonically, of course.
Platonically, yeah.
All right.
Platonically.
If you're not quite grasping who we've got here, we've got Lucky. Not only is he a caster, not only is he a talented man, he's also was part of the third place team on Alien. So congrats, Lucky, to
thank
making
you.
it to the stage technically. But yeah, give it up to
Alien
Lucky.
Workshop. Come on. Oh, yeah. There you go.
All right, Juan, you haven't achieved anything this tournament, but I still love you, man. So welcome on.
I made it through 2 sets of casts with turbo tabs, and I think that deserves a round of applause.
Yeah, let's go, guys.
Why is that the loudest applause tonight? Why is that the loudest?
It's okay, I love you, Turbo. You know
All
that.
right. Gentlemen, welcome to the grand finals. I don't think it's the first time on the couch for you, Lucky, or am I wrong?
First time on the couch for me.
Oh, okay. Same for you, Juan. Same for you.
I was on the couch earlier today, but not up here.
Oh, right. Okay. Counts. It counts.
I've been up over there in the booth, casting the finals, but not playing in it and sat on the couch. So good times. We get to chill.
All right. So obviously, if you've been paying attention at all throughout the entire tournament, as playing it and watching it and casting it, this is Team Fortress 2, a very popular game. Came out about 17 years ago at this point now, but after 17 years of playing the game, it gets smoothed down to a very efficient sort of thing. We can't fit 12 players in a server each, so we've narrowed it down to 6v6. Very, very easy numbers to understand, but the gameplay is not. Fortunately, I've got you covered. AMS has got you covered. Scarlet's got you covered. And our Essentials team has got you covered. We've got a little video to show you just to remind you how we play competitive Team Fortress 2.
Welcome to this informative video on competitive TF2 6v6 rules. We will walk you through the key elements of this exciting game mode, including class choices, control points, and King of the Hill. A typical competitive team consists of 2 scouts, 2 soldiers, 1 demo man, and 1 medic. These classes excel in combat and prove versatile in many scenarios. The remaining classes such as Pyro, Heavy, and Engineer are periodically used to fortify defensive positions, while Sniper and Spy are occasionally utilized to secure crucial enemy eliminations. Control point maps feature 5 individual capture points. At the beginning of each round, both teams rush to the central or middle point for the mid-fight. The winning team captures the central point and proceeds to take the enemy's second point, and ultimately, the last point. The challenge often involves managing Ubercharge. Each team's medic builds Ubercharge, making players briefly invulnerable for 8 seconds. Teams aim to eliminate or force the enemy medic to use their Ubercharge early before pushing forward. The team that captures their opponent's last point wins the round, scoring 1 point, and a new round begins again. Control point maps have a 5-minute round timer. If neither team captures a single control point in that time, a stalemate occurs, leading to a new round starting without a point scored. Control point maps last for 30 minutes. The team with the highest number of round wins, or the first team to secure 5 rounds, wins the map. In the event of a tie, a golden cap round is played with a 15-minute time limit. If no winner emerges, teams then engage in a golden mid-fight to decide the map victor. Now let's dive into King of the Hill, or as we call it, Hoth. In this mode, there's only 1 central capture point. Teams must hold it for 3 minutes to win a round. The first team to secure 3 rounds wins the map. King of the Hill introduces unique strategies like forward holds and sacrifice waves. Forward holds occur when a team holds the middle point and seeks to trap the enemy in their spawn area. Sacrifice waves, or sacks, are employed when a team does not have control of the central point and has a significant Ubercharge disadvantage. Players rush into the battlefield quickly, aiming to eliminate or force the enemy medic to use their Ubercharge early. And that wraps up our overview of 6v6 rules. Whether you're a player or spectator, understanding these rules is essential for enjoying the world of competitive Team Fortress 2. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy your TF2 matches, whether you're on the battlefield or part of the audience.
Thank you very much, AMS and Scarlett, for making that video. Very informative. I feel like we're all Prem level now that we've just like partaked in that video. I mean, I like the little description about being at Gullywash last for like absolute 5 minutes, forever. That's the most accurate depiction, I think, in the entire video.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, it's our epitome of how we play Team Fortress 2 on Alien Workshop. We hold last the entire game until round resets happen, and that's all we do. Yeah. But yeah, great video from Scarlet Queen as well. And AMS, I think it was?
Yes, AMS has been absolutely on it recently with these videos. He's been helping us do some highlight reels as well. Absolutely amazing. Really, really big shout outs to him. He was up until 5 a.m. just last night editing this up.
AMS.
Absolute champion.
Lovely. Thank you, AMS. Thank you. Anyway, gentlemen, obviously that's Team Fortress 2, that's how we play it, but this tournament in particular has not just been a one-day affair, it's been across 2 days, it's been a big slug match. 8 teams battled it out in not only the BIC area, but the TF2 zone as well, and we've managed to whittle it down to our 2 teams so far. If you just want to give me an example, I mean, Lucky, you're probably very familiar with these teams, just the journey of what it's like playing a tournament like this.
Yeah, day one's always a bit of a slog. You know, you've got to like play against all the other teams. It was a big round robin this time around. Usually it was invite bracket, and then you've got all your slum teams in the open stage. You've got to like come all the way up. You know, no one's ever made a lower bracket run at Insomnia.
It's fine, Reddit Army. You're not slums in my heart.
Yeah, so this was a good showing how, like, you know, everyone can play in an open, and it's still really competitive, I think, on the lower teams. Of course, you've got Witness, a very experienced team, but you've got loads of teams that are sort of similar skill level towards the bottom and the mid sort of the table, and you see this team sort of shine towards the top. So, you know, teams like McVitie's, they really showed up. They made it into playoffs, so big shout out to McVitie's. Those boys over there, fantastic gamers. Look at them. Shout out to those guys, they're wonderful.
Look at them. Laughing behind the sadness of not being here.
Yeah, we got trolled by everyone. Yeah, but yeah, it was a fun time. It's very exhausting playing 8 games going through. But yeah, the TF2 area was great as well, actually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Juan, day 2 has been exciting to watch. Is there any sort of highlights you've got for me quickly?
I implore people to go back and watch the upper bracket round 1 game between TonyResort and Alien Workshop.
He does his own research.
I prepared for this tournament.
ladies.
I casted those games. They were really close. All 3 maps ended in a really tight golden cap as well. You should go back and check that out. It was probably the best game of the tournament so far.
Yeah, it was pretty intense to actually like play in. Like our entire team were like on edge the whole time. The first map was like, we're not warmed up. Next 2 maps were okay, but...
Well, we've had the players' point of view and the casters' point of view. Let's get some point of views from the finalists. We've actually got some interviews ready for you with TonyResort. Let's see what they had to say before coming on stage.
I'm here with Piggles. I've grabbed him behind the stage as well. Piggles, you made it all the way to the finals. You lost twice, both in the round robin and in the upper bracket round 1 to Alien Workshop. Then, only 2 maps managed to come out on top against them. How does it feel to make it all the way, get revenge?
Revenge is best served sweet when you build them up just to knock them down even more. Do you know what I mean? Yes. We did that all on purpose just so we could then make them crumble to the grounds, make them wet the bed.
So you are typically known as a medic main, but you are debuting your talents as a demo man player here on LAN. How are you adapting to being a demo man and having to actually contribute to the damage dealt by your team?
Well, you can see in the logs that there's not much contribution, there's not much adaptation, but we roll with it.
I asked Thomas this as well. You look across the board onto Witness Gaming. Are there any names that you're terrified of? Is there anyone that scares you?
No, not really. They're all dinosaurs who need to retire. They're all shameful, a disgrace to the game, and yeah, not worried at all against some creatures like those.
I have a final question to ask you. I need to tell the viewers more about your personality, Piggles. I was wondering, what is the best melee weapon for the Demo Man class?
Yeah, it's got to be the Pan, hasn't it? Pan or Caber.
Insightful information from the one and only Piggles. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys later.
Gives the camera a wink.
What kind of melee weapon do you like? Is that
How am I already back here? How did I do that so fast? Where did I go?
Wow, immersion. You want to see a really cool trick? You're going to do it again.
Oh
You're
my
going to do
God.
it with Witness Gaming.
Oh my God. Watch. I am here pre-game, before the games actually start here, the Insomnia71 finals. I've grabbed Tomas from Witness Gaming. You guys have gone undefeated so far. You haven't dropped a round as far as I'm aware. You going to drop one tonight?
There's no wood to touch, but hopefully not. Hopefully it's a flawless round. A flawless land, sorry.
So you guys are playing this land without your main caller Pappy, without your flank scout Ixie. You've been playing with Tiger and Hugo Puck instead. How have they been performing, fitting into the team? Have you feeling okay?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Tiger's a really good player. Hugo's quite unproven, but I've played with him before, and he's really good, really good.
So you take a look across the board, the other side, the other team, TonyResort. Who are you watching out for the most?
Pickles' demo mainly. You know, I don't think much of their scouts. I think their soldiers are whack, but their demo, incredible.
Do you have any final shout-outs, any words of wisdom for the crowd?
No.
Excellently put.
No words for you, crowd, and no nice words, it seems, for the soldiers or the scouts at TonyResort. Is it all fun and games here, Lucky, or do they actually mean these words?
They mean every word they say, yeah. Tomas just does not care. He's going to run them over. That's the peak analysis, by the way.
I mean, it's not wrong. Tomas is the best player in the world.
Yeah, no mincing words about it. Well, my little strategy worked. It seems throw enough videos and throw enough sort of lights and charade, you can delay a lot of time. Enough for the map vetoes. So, yeah, wow. It is going to be a best-of-5 format in this grand final. So you're really getting your money's worth here in both tournament and on the stage. So feast your eyes, gentlemen. Feast your eyes on the lovely graphic we have you prepared here. Witness Gaming obviously coming into the best-of-5 with a favourable seed from the upper bracket final. Means they get a little bit of advantage. So they get both of the starting bands out. But I'll let you just have cherry pick of the entire lot. You tell me what's different, and maybe I'll actually tell you what the graphic says, because for those nearsighted people out there.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised about the product ban, to be honest, because they did play against TonyResort previously, and they did pretty good against them on it. I think they were the only team which nearly got around against them on it. We played them with Kin Sniper. He absolutely popped off, but that's nothing in comparison to how good TonyResort did against them. So I'm actually not surprised about that ban at all, especially if they're looking for that clean sweep they said about earlier.
Yeah, and then in the exact same light, I think Gullywash, I think if there's a map that you want Talentes to play, it is for sure Gullywash. It's his home. He plays it so well. The rest of the team can follow up as well. It's such a good map for a soldier diff, and I think if there's one of the points we're going to get to, one of them will be soldier diff. I'm stating it now. They kind of got soldier diffed against you, Lucky. Their TonyResort are going to get soldier diffed even harder on Gullywash.
Yeah, it is. Might as well just be called CP Silentes at this point. It really is just a map synonymous with the player. Anyway, just rounding out our map picks as well. So TonyResort do pick Sunshine, and then Witness Gaming respond with Bagel, and then the Snakewater pick coming out from TonyResort. And poor lowly old Granary wasn't picked by anyone, but we're still going to play it. Potentially.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, Granary's a fun map. We love Granary. But I don't really see it going past 3 maps. But Bagel is, if they're going to get their hands on a Koth map, I think Bagel is the one. Doesn't allow them to snipe or anything like that. No funny business. And we did play against them on it, and they're very, very convincing on Bagel. So it's going to be Witness kind of all the way for them.
Yeah, Sunshine was the map chosen by TonyResort. It is a best-of-5, so if it does go to that clean 3-0 sweep from Witness Gaming, it means the only map they really get to pick over on TonyResort is Sunshine. Do you feel like that is the penultimate map for them, Wan?
I have exactly almost 0% confidence in their ability to win on Sunshine. I don't want to lie to the audience. I think if there is more than one round won by TonyResort across these 3 maps, it is basically an upset.
Lucky, if we had to kind of, direct our Insomnia crew, just give them a point of view that they'll literally focus on when it comes to player-wise amongst any of these players on the stage, who's a good person to keep their eye on?
If you don't take the camera off Tomas the entire game, I would not be surprised, honestly. You could leave it there and just watch the game unfold in front of you, because that guy is like shooting NPCs.
Yeah.
I also have to give a shout out. We mentioned it already. Gullywash's Silentes Kingdom. If you're going to watch a soldier, watch Silentes play Gullywash. It is going to be good.
Yeah. Now, they're not the only potential MVPs out there. You could be an MVP by helping us out on Twitter. We've got a little competition going. So if you head on over to Essentials TF, there is a little bit of a giveaway on our own personal Twitter. So if you just retweet, follow that, you should be able to find it. It's not too hard, don't worry. And we've also got some more goodies to give away, but we are sharing the love not just with the audience out there, but we've also got some for the players as well. So, you know, deciding on what between the casters, between the analysts, maybe even me, who's going to be the MVP of the tournament, and whoever gets that gets a signed copy of Team Fortress 2 Monopoly, all by the dev team. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's worth more than the grand prize of 1,500. And maybe, I don't know, we'll have to check eBay later. But yeah, it's a nice £3,000 prize pool. Split between 6 ways. What would you spend your money on there, Wan?
Half a pint at Spoons.
Oh, you might even get some change, perhaps.
Potentially. We were discussing if we got any more prize money that we'd just go spend it on the rooftop bar on the mall over there.
There's a rooftop bar?
Oh, yeah, there is.
I know where I'm going after this, after these games. All right, so, I mean, I know you've said your opinions about what this game is going to go. You probably can't give me a scoreline prediction, because I have a guess what it's going to be. So I'll give you something spicy. I think, Wan, you naysayer, you can just tell me what time you think Witness will finish this game in.
Okay.
So give it basically an ETA to the audience to know when they can get absolutely catatonic at the bar.
So here's the thing. We are playing Gullywash into Sunshine, and both of those maps can be quite slow. So while it definitely 100% is going to be 5050 for Witness on both of those maps, it might take more than... I think we might be looking at maybe even potentially these guys play as well as they did against Alien Workshop earlier. Like, we might even be looking at like a 25-minute 5-0.
Sweet mercy. What, 2 maps, 3 maps, 25 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, Bagels is a 3-0 very fast. But the other 2 maps, like, they might take like 25.
How about you, Lucky?
Yeah, I mean, if they get around, I'll be very surprised. I think the Witness are looking for that very
Give me a time. Give me a time. Oh, okay.
Oh, hello,
Casters, why don't you give me a time, huh?
I'll give you any kind of time, Turbo. All right, we are here. I am equally joined with Bum. My prediction is a damn good game. I think there's going to be at least a couple rounds in it, right, Bum?
Yeah, I don't know if I can be as confident as you, as we're already into the first mid, and Witness Gaming are out of the first mid as they just stomp over it, already capping it up and rolling this through Big Door, obviously taking down Crayon as well, so they've got a pretty big advantage. And yeah, maybe one was right that this is going to be a quickie.
Yeah, maybe, but at least they give us some time to introduce the grand finals. Insomnia71, let's go, baby. TonyResort versus Witness Gaming. Witness already on the enemy team's last. Domo's going down, though, so he's joining the spawn queue. So even though Auto's got this massive Uber advantage, my boy's going to have to chill a little bit, camping second, waiting just for their little Deroman extraordinaire to come back up, to buff up, to take this opportunity to go straight in. They still got time, Bum.
Yep, the attempted bin, as we say, just trying to literally spawn camp them immediately after the mid, make sure they can't get out at all, and then you just capture up the points behind you. But not going to be successful, but still going to have an Ubercharge advantage to go in with anyway. Still taking down the sentry gun, going to make that last a little harder to hold. And here comes the Uber, which should make it very, very much harder to hold. They don't really find any kills with it so far. Sneaky caught in the spawn door, trying to get off of Pyro. And now Zod and the soldiers coming back out. They have an Uber of their own. Crayons finally managed to get it and pop that off. That's going to be Puck going down initially. And they do need to watch out. There's still a Sil and a Tiger here, and a recommit coming in from main. Bombing in is Silentes, but he's going to get taken down. Now the scouts to watch out for as they both run into Secret onto the point now. Just Crayon versus 3. And Witness Gaming, they get their first round in 2 minutes.
All right, boys, starting off strong then. Yep, Witness taking an early lead here on Gullywash. Like we said, the Silentes playground, and apparently the playground of basically everyone on the side of Witness. But, you know, new mid, new me. We can see how things go here, watching Domo on the old rollout. You know, I think one of the only players on Witness to have died so far, so...
Yeah, that's what they in the faster games like this, they're all pointing out who has the most deaths. Like, oh, you're the one holding us down. But yeah, we come into the mid. Agent trying for a fast elbow bomb will get taken down. Zodiac as well, not long for this world. Now Sylvs trying to salvage, does hit some rockets, but not enough to do anything meaningful. They do keep Crown alive this time, which will make it a bit easier to hold, but Witness already all over this map.
Oh, Celentes is on the hunt, and he's actually managing to catch Crown. Not quite. Oh, what is that rocket from Celentes? That is disgusting. They give them no inch.
Yep, I mean, Crayon, nice attempt, but still, it doesn't matter if he misses the air shot. He'll get another direct into you straight afterwards, and Auto coming up on that Uber. They're not even going to wait for Syl. They just go with this. Agent taking so much spam, down to 10 health. He's going to get chipped off before the fight even comes in. Now they push it. Tiger's capped it all up. Everyone else is in spawn. Sylvs just about able to block, but not for long enough for it to mean anything. Witness continue the stomp.
Oh my god, this is an I-Series Grand Final speedrun you're all watching here. I hope you've all got your rules of your different games set up, because we're going to be slamming through them pretty quickly right now. But, you know, I mean, maybe we'll see something a little bit different. Piggles, you know, he's a medic main. It's fine. He can mess up his rollout. Apparently everyone messing it up.
Yeah, it's fine to mess out a rollout. Like, you don't need to be at mid, really. It's not like it has any impact on the round.
Oh, God,
Sale tries to go up enemy drop down, but there's an agent there to contend with. He will win that fight out, and now the bomb comes across from point. Oh, not only Puck, but Domo joining in the fun as well. Landing up on top of the middle point. Zodiac caught in between every player. Syl will clean up Crayon on the back lines as well. It's just Piggles versus 6, and he gets a kill.
He got a frag. That is a frag on the board. That counts for something. When we look at the logs at the end, you know, the most important part of any game of Team Fortress 2, there will be a little 1 next to his name.
Yep, congratulations to him, and there's already time to play on point. No one's out of spawn yet. Tomaz already getting ×2 on that. Both soldiers coming into block, but Puck standing on the ring, just firing down at them, getting those easy ground rockets. More cap time. Bit by bit, they're inching forwards. Auto's finally going to get this Uber now, and now the players are invincible. They kill Zod very easily. They kill Agent very easily, and they cap out the round.
Yeah, Tomas he's all right at the game, ain't he? He's not too bad.
He's not too bad at all. I mean, we were talking on the desk just over there about how this is the only team that nearly took a round off Witness yesterday. Very, very close on product, so we see why they banned that out. But just as they were about to take it, obviously Tomas comes out with a little play of his own and puts a stop to that immediately.
Tomas is basically just the guy there like, cool, fun? No, none of that, no thank you. So 4th round, 4th opportunity for TonyResort to do something a little bit. Agent has been spotted, absolutely spotted, but Sylvs is the first person getting a frag that does get traded out for Crayon of all people, so no medic on the side of TonyResort. They can't go for a long fight. They got a fight past. They've actually done a lot of damage here, but somehow it's Auto, the rest of his team managing to stay alive. The arrows are going to be coming out. There's no one really on the side of TonyResort even to be fighting.
Yeah, it's the closest one so far, but still Auto being alive at the end of that and given the space and the time to buff everybody back up with those arrows means that all the damage that was put in by TonyResort doesn't mean anything in the end if they don't actually finish off the kills. And yep, they are going to be capping up mid once again, already on the second. Not as fast as the previous rounds, but they do have an Ubercharge advantage equally, and they've been converting them pretty well so far, I'd say.
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. So, yeah, massive Uber going up here. The gun's not even really fully built. They've got a pyro who can try and reflect a little bit, but that Uber's coming straight through Shutter. Gonna go straight down with that gun. Domo moving towards his left-hand side, getting a lot of damage, a lot of stickies, a lot of zoning position being taken all the way towards this point. Sylvs is trying to do the best he can, but look, this is one player after another going down. Witness just happy just to tear the entire team apart. 4 rounds now. For those uninitiated in the world of TF2, once we get to 5, we're done on this map.
Yep, we call that map point deeply. That is 1 round between Witness and ending our first map nice and early here on the stage. And here we come into potentially our final mid-fight. Do we think TonyResort can turn this around at all on Gully?
Oh, sure. Absolutely, why not? Domo, he wants to make sure that's a big fat no. Nice little pre-fired sticky right there. Sylvs goes for his big little bomb, but not a big commit. Players have been traded. Piggles is down. What can the rest of TonyResort even do? Actually, they're managing to combine just a little bit. The health isn't looking too fantastic, but Witness Gaming, they do have decent position towards point. The bomb does come in. Zod getting his all-important frag towards Domo. Now it is, though, basically 1 versus 3. He's going to try and take this fight.
He got Tiger. That's more than you can say for a lot of players would in that situation. I mean, the only player on that side of mid was Zod going in for a flank. The rest of his team got mauled over on the other side, but at least he gets Domo, he gets Tiger at the end of it, and now, again, Crayon going down with a very long spawn at the end of that fight means Auto, massive advantage, and we could be finishing this off pretty quickly, you believe.
Yeah, I hope everyone, everyone's prepared for this. Everyone's prepared to, possibly go get a refill or something like that. But we'll find out. We'll find out. Stranger things have happened. I've heard last can be held as well as lost. So this is Domo moving towards this shutter, getting a little bit of damage towards the soldier. Just more zoning him out, but he was going to be getting used. Going to get denied a little bit. Silver's the first to go down, and then the gun. So important to get that gun down so you can start moving towards the point. Thomas looking towards where this demo is. Pickles all the way behind point. It's going to be a real important frag, but they don't have to focus them just yet. They're going to focus all these players in front of the point, and they're going to do that one by one, methodically tearing apart the side that is TonyResort and securing map 1 in our grand finals.
Wow, what a speedrun.
Well, that was a game of Gullywash right there.
Did our analysts even get time to come off the sofa? They've just been sitting there the whole time, knowing it would finish imminently.
Go on, boys, tear that one apart maybe. Try and analyze the heck out of that one.
All right, welcome back to the analyst desk portion of our thing. Boys, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a hard game to analyze. I went to the toilet, didn't even see the game. Literally finished as I came back.
I want to apologize to the audience, the viewers at home. I'm a terrible analyst. I said 25 minutes. I should have said 8 or 9 or whatever it was. I apologize. I'll fix it. Next map, it's Sunshine, so it's gonna take a while. Be like 20. Trust.
Oh, I guess we've got some highlights on or something like that. I don't know. My feed isn't working, but yeah, enjoy the highlights. Lucky, have you got anything to just quickly say while we're just watching some of it?
Well, we're watching something, yeah. I mean, Gullywash is a good example of what we like to call the bin, where if you roll them very, very fast in a mid-fight, then you can just roll it all the way to last, So, yeah, they just did that 5 times in a row, pretty much, so game over.
I mean, was there any sort of little victories in any of this one?
We decided to mention
there was a kill
Thomas before the game, and Thomas did Thomas things. I have no idea if there are logs, but I imagine they are very big for Thomas. I asked Lucky, did Thomas die? And I don't think we know, but probably not.
Yeah, I don't think many people did die. I saw Tiger die. I saw Puck die.
Also died. Not flawless game.
TonyResort died.
Yeah, that's
they died a lot.
Thank you.
I want to give a special shout out to Agent for deciding to all 5 mids go enemy drop down and die every single time.
Yeah, massive shout outs to Agent. I mean, he tried to do some stuff that I was very much like, against Witness, maybe not. Such as an elbow bomb right at the start.
All right, boys, I've got some high-level copium ready for you here. I hope you've got your gas mask ready. All right, so we've got, that's the first map. That's the map pick. Good stuff. That's the map pick for Witness Gaming. So they're destined. It's CP Silentes after all. It's going to happen, but we're now going into the map pick of TonyResort. It should be a 5-0 back, right? Right?
No.
No.
Any analysis for that one, or do you want to add anything?
No.
No.
All right. Okay. How about this for you then? You can't not talk about the map. Just talk about the map in the broad strokes here. Sunshine.
I mean, Sunshine is a bit of a different beast, Gullywash allows for soldiers to kind of go ham. You've got Silentes, you've got Puck, very experienced soldiers, so they can sort of like go here, there, and everywhere all over the place. Sunshine, a little bit more scout orientated, and you do have Sneaky, who's been playing pretty well this whole tournament, so if there is a map where he's going to shine, Sunshine is probably it.
So the problem with that, Lucky, is that the opponent team has Thomas and Tiger on scout.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out on Sunshine as well to Demoman. It's a very long map. There's a lot of long distances to cover, but you still want to spam it with explosives. Demoman is really good at that. Specifically on Sunshine, there's a lot of room to shine for Domo and for Piggles. Eventually, of course, Piggles will shine, as he should, as he can, as he will.
Using that pun, you've used it 5 times now.
Sunshine on the shine.
Shine.
So, I mean, obviously there was a lot of MVPs during all this. Is there anyone that maybe isn't sucking as bad on TonyResort? Anybody?
Yes, probably, yeah, Zod. Yeah, Zod, you. Nice. Yeah, probably Zod.
You agree, Wan?
Yeah, he was, he was actually engaging in fights with them, which I have to applaud. He had a moment where it looked like he actually would maybe take a 1v1 versus Tomas, and then he didn't, but like I applaud the effort.
That's one of the things when you play against Witness, right? You could go into these games thinking, oh, we're going to get absolutely demolished, get rolled, or you can just play it to the best of your ability. And I feel like on Gullywash, you really can't show that at all. So, like you said before, it could go like 27 minutes or so. Sunshine could be a bit better. I mean, like you said, it's that pick.
Boys, what are the forbidden strats of TF2? When games are going this badly and you just want to drag out that time, what can you do?
Sunshine last is notoriously impossible to push. You put up a heavy, you get a sniper watching top left, so he kind of shoots you when you go in. He never actually hits anything, it's just a delayed heavy coming out afterwards that is really hard to deal with. Getting a demo man down and a sentry gun down and then a heavy that comes up after everything else takes a lot of coordination. Witness probably should at this point have that coordination, but it can still be tricky even for them to get this last hold down.
You know, there was once a great man that said, don't go to mid. Don't go to mid. Did we not go
Where
to
is
mid,
he?
Lucky?
No, they don't go to mid.
They don't go to mid?
Yeah, you could go to Sunshine mid, you know, maybe get a pick on the medic. What they should do, ideally, when you're playing against a team, when you're way out of your depth, everyone's sacked for the med, your med runs out, and then you try and play from there as a very basic strategy that teams employ. You see it in all divs. You still see it in Prem, mid, Div 2, Div 1. You see it all the time. So if there's one strategy they can go to mid with, it's that one. If not, build a sentry on last, play for round resets.
I mean, once upon a time, the Low Panda team, I'm bringing out the law book here, the Low Panda team played a granary map where they just built a sentry on second point to play against like the best team of the world at the time. Is this the sort of strategies you want to employ?
The problem was when they did that, it also didn't work.
It almost worked. It almost worked. They got the first round up.
So I don't have a ton of faith. I think one funny thing we might see is that Piggles has already in this tournament equipped the charge and Taj with the pan, which was really cool, and maybe if he did that, that would be kind of sick.
Just more unlocks, Lucky. Is there any unlocks that are just like toxic and might kind of, you know, maybe kill off a few Witness players?
I'm not sure about toxic, but Kritzkrieg could be good. I mean, they kind of failed to build any Ubers, was it? Zero Ubers?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, zero
Utterly
Ubers.
shocked that you would suggest Kritzkrieg, Mr. Kritzkrieg himself.
I think I used the most this tournament, actually,
Anyway,
looking at the logs.
I've heard enough of your blasphemy. I'm sending it to the casters. I'm tired. I want to see this next map.
All right, we're back here. We're going to be starting our round, our map 2 of this grand finals. And Bum, I want to see a little bit more TF2 than we just saw.
Yeah, we only got to see about 8 minutes of it. Witness have been dispatching of everybody very quickly, but we weren't expecting quite that level, I don't think. I thought, you know, there's a handful of decent players over on the side of TonyResort, so I didn't think it would be quite so fast. But Witness had other ideas, obviously, and maybe Lucky has something to say about that, about how well his team did. They didn't get blown out that fast, I don't think.
I mean, that's true. That is the classic coping mechanism where you're just like, well, you know, if it was us, it would have been a little bit different, and maybe it would have. But, I mean, we're not here to play what ifs.
Yeah,
we're here to play what is going to actually happen in the next 10 to 30 minutes.
A lot of big ifs, and if they can get around on Sunshine, it will be the first time any team has taken a round off of Witness this tournament. They are just looking so dominant. Obviously the best team in Europe for over a year now. They've even got Sil, LAN winner last year, gold medal, oh sorry, not last year, but previously with 7, and the rest of the roster mostly taking second last year versus Froyotech. There are a couple of Insomnia virgins on the stage. I believe Auto wasn't around last year with TF2 Easy. They had seeds, but since picking up his silver in Arcadia. And, well, there's going to be a lot of medals handed out tonight for maybe the entire Witness squad getting their gold. Only Sil has one so far, and the rest of them, they definitely deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be interesting stuff. And here we go. This is map 2. This is going to be Sunshine here of our I-71 Grand Finals. TonyResort versus Witness Gaming. My boys, I have so much faith in you. We're watching Piggles on this first mid. He's taking a little bit of position, getting a little bit of spam down, but no one's going for that big, heavy commit right now. Instead, it's going to be Soldiers. Salentes on these backlines to be just a little bit annoying, but the first frag is going to be Zod. We've called him out already. Being an exceptional player, but losing Crayon and Sylves is so difficult now. No medic on the side of TonyResort. They're going to have to surge forward as a team, do anything they can to try and get onto Auto, but you can see Witness, they are unflappable. They're just playing as a unit, playing all together. It's a group, little bunch of gamers just ready
You get the enemy medic down, you can play it as slow as you want. You're only going to get more health and the enemy's only going to get less. They do trade 1-for-1 in terms of frags, and now Auto with Thomas trying to find all the rest of them. Zod nearly gets in onto Auto, but doesn't quite manage it in the end. Of course, Witness taking another mid fight, and we've seen TonyResort do this mid, or attempt it, a couple of times throughout the tournament, where both teams wrap around to each other's side. Agent baits and hides in his own cafe, so the idea is he springs a trap coming out from his own cafe behind Witness, but he's been way too slow to actually get that timing. Every time they're always way out of his range, and now here comes the full Uber charge into last. Crayon's going to be getting it soon, but not if he goes down. There is time on point. Agent going to be the first one to fall. The stickies aren't blown yet, and Crayon's getting his Uber any second now.
97%! Crayon's not ready with a heal! For God's sake, give this man an Uber. He's still 97% desperately trying to find a friend, and they just throw it away!
No! Such an awkward runaround. Just doing the walk of shame through spawn, trying to find anyone to connect that beam to, and maybe there would be a lick of hope there on the last, but Witness snuff it out.
Absolutely molding right now. What a first round to lose. So frustrating for TonyResort. Granted, you know, we're all favoring Witness, but I mean, TonyResort did think this was their best chance to get in here, and once again, that's a 2-minute round. It's just suffocating.
Yep, so straight into the second mid, and again we see Agent going for the same kind of play as he's been doing so far the rest of the land, whereas Witness going in with the double fast soldiers instead. Puck and Sill straight across the point, they find Crayon. The rest of the flags are coming soon after, but this time Auto, first death of the game, perhaps he's managed to be taken down on mid.
Quite possibly. Piggle's still alive. He's trying to provide a little bit of a distraction for the rest of the team to get back in. Zod getting that frag towards target. He wants more as well, and he gets it. Domo going down, and that is a mid-win for TonyResort.
Zod is on a 4K on the grand stage. They finally get a mid under their belt.
Oh, Piggles! This man can't be stopped. TonyResort has been activated. They're like, all right, baby, let's go.
Yeah, Piggles definitely has the land buff of anyone. The charisma on that guy, I'm sure you saw in the interview, and a trade in Cafe. Agent and Sill confirmed equal skill level.
100%, everyone knows that, and any time you trade up with Salentes, boy, I will take that over most anything in this world. And now they're trying to move on forward, Piggles. He wants to keep trying to get some position here, but you can see Witness, they don't want to give them an inch at all.
Oh, Crayon's gone down. Puck bombed him. Crayon had a nice surf in, but was just chipped down by the scouts, and the counter bombs from Sylvs. Not going to find his target of Auto. Nice and safe. And it's over as soon as it started. They had something going, but there is a player to watch out for
with
here.
The Div 6 spot.
Moving straight past into choke. He's going to go for the back cap instead of the frag onto Auto. So mid is going to get capped up first by the looks of things. ×8 on the point, a bit slow off the back of that one, but Zod still in behind, will have a Sill to fight with.
Yeah, maybe a little bit optimistic there for Zod, and you can see Witness, they don't really care right now. Yeah, they know that backline's going to be able to deal with Zod incredibly easily. They're moving all the way towards second, because guess what? They got themselves a massive Uber advantage. If anything, they're starting to look towards last.
Yeah, they are going to be taking this one in as soon as that point is capped up. Zod's still down for quite a while, so they are just getting up towards last now. There is a level 3 to contend with, but Domo bombing forwards into it, going to take it down very, very quickly. Moving across the back of point now is Thomas. The Uber just runs out. Sneaky going to fall on the spawn door. No one else can really get out of the door, and there's 5 on point. And there we go. Witness, they're back in the driver's seat. There was a second of discomfort, but that's all it was.
Yeah, but what a great second that was. That second is going to go down in the history books of that one time. TonyResort were actually looking pretty good, but you know, I mean, you can repeat magic just because, you know, doesn't mean necessarily that magic was a one-time thing.
Yep, so into the third mid. We'll see if the game plan changes at all for TonyResort. I see Agent going to his copyrighted spot at this point. Both teams taking each other's side.
Beautiful stuff, you know, trying to do his little tauntsy around corners. Absolutely horrendous. Oh. Okay, he didn't care at all. All right, we're going. Crayon does get taken down, but trade out for 2 players. And then the scouts of Witness come in and tear apart almost the entirety of TonyResort.
Yeah, they just are always losing Crayon, and they don't really have enough other players to get Auto at the end of these either. So just standard perfect mid fights for Witness. They may be losing players here and there, but it's soldiers, you know, sacking in. Their job is killing the medic and dying themselves anyway. So they are doing exactly what they need to do and keep this momentum rolling for Witness Gaming. Might be a third round coming imminently.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing we've all learned from these video games today, it's that soldiers are just worthless, basically. You know, you can just do whatever you want with them. Oh, what a headshot there on the taunt from Sneaky. That's trying to get in their heads. That's a nice little one there, but the Uber's still coming in because Witness wants to give them nothing at all. The gun has gone down. Very delayed frag towards Sills, but there's still a good little position. Nice stickies there from Piggles, and what's that I see? Is that a last hold?
Yeah, the delay is not bad at all. Piggles picking up a second kill as well towards the shutter. This might be an opportunity to push out of last. They do have an Uber charge advantage as well as pick advantage here. Sylvs also with the respawn advantage going to be able to join the fight a little bit sooner, but they haven't really found a way through any of the doors right just now. They are pressuring Puck off the flank. Both scouts going to just chip him back, and they're able to move in second, but Tiger sneaks in through Flower, gets the force onto Crayon, and now the Ubers are right back in Auto's hands. Sil, double air shot Sylvs on the flank. You know who is the superior SIL soldier in this one?
Yep, I reckon so. You can see Winners Gaming, they don't even have their Uber yet, but just from the positioning, the health, and the player advantage, they're just going to go take second for free. This is basically the dream scenario if you're Winners. You get second for free, you're just only about to get your Uber, you're able to play off this massive 60% or so, and you're just going to go straight in. They're just going to look to convert this round.
Yep, no sniper this time to stunt the push. Sylvs bombing forwards to try and make them use off a little bit earlier. Domo in though anyway, and does take down the sentry gun pretty sharpish. They're now moving across the point. Lots of damage into Zodiac on the heavy. Should get focus fired down very soon. And there goes Sneaky and Crayon. Just Piggles left alive. He does get 2 on the point. We need a 1v6, and that doesn't quite happen.
Oh, 2 out of 6 ain't bad.
2 out of 6 ain't bad.
It's not too bad. He's going to be feeling himself. He'll be all happy. Like, guys, come on, I got 2. You guys can't get 1 each. Come on.
If everybody just gets their 1, the game is so easy.
It is. This is what I've been saying for like years right now, guys. It's so straightforward. Get 1 frag, but I mean, you know, people don't listen to me.
Okay, the speedrun continues for Witness. They've already taken longer on this map than they did on the previous one, so that's a personal best for TonyResort.
Yeah, we're going to see what else they can do. Steel's going for that big bomb. Going to be doing a lot of damage, actually. Really combining with Agent here, but that's actually still only 1 frag. They can't finish off these frags more than anything. I think they're actually getting quite a lot baited in to going for these deep bombs all the way towards Valley, and now we've just got a little situation. It's, you know, it's Witness in the driving seat once again. They will win this mid now, thankfully.
Yeah, the change-up seems to work a little better, going with 2 soldiers all the way in rather than the 1 bait and wrap around strategy they've been going with so far, but still Auto just able to tuck into Flowers so deep after those bombs come in, and Witness want to go from this anyway. They don't really have any advantage to speak of at all, but then they just bust in, take down Sylvs, and now they have something to work with.
Yep, exactly that. You can see, look how far Thomas is. He's all the way across, he's all the way towards point. He's trying to flash his Uber as much as possible, and he's doing a pretty good job of it, honestly. This is actually going to be somehow a slightly better Uber for Auto, but Sneaky doesn't want to show respect. He doesn't want to let them through, and as a result, he's just going to get completely mulched, and the rest of TonyResort, they've got to be gone to last.
That is one of the things that no other player has a lick on Thomas on, his ability to make people flash in the Ubers. Pickles just had to leave that fight entirely. He took his flash, was down to like 30 health, and had to go out and get the pack and lobby. Now there's a dry push coming in from Witness. They know that Uber's not up for Crayon yet, so they have an opportunity to try something. Tiger and Puck both going down. Puck at least trades out his life, but it's looking better for TonyResort, at least for the time being. But there's a huge sack in from Cell, landing onto Crayon, pops him up in the air. He's very low. Thomas spanning with the pistol.
Crayon! He manages to survive literally on 3 HP. That would have been absolutely horrific for their chances this round, but actually just from that, Crayon's keeping them in it. Tiger, though, they have no mercy. He's up on the sniper.
Yeah, this is an opportunity, though. There's at least even Ubers, so it's not going to be just Witness using in, getting a free last point. There's going to be some kind of resistance. They can set up this forward hold. They can get the NG Pyro combination going. They just need to watch out for this Tiger taking angles in lower.
Yeah, going to be looking towards lower here, so not really going to be looking for the medic at this point, more just any other kind of players, and we've said it all tournament so far, Piggles does not respect sniper sightlines. Maybe the grand finals is when he should.
Yeah, there was a kind of semi-sack in from Sil at the same time after Piggles got forced off that door, but Sil couldn't really find any angle to continue with it, so just jumped straight back out instead, and things seem to settle down for now. Piggles getting sent sky high once again, gonna need to wait for a buff from Crayon, and that leaves that door wide open for Witness to try something with it.
Yeah, it's incredibly annoying getting kind of peeked and prodded like this. We see so many Witness players going towards this left-hand side. They get 1 frag, and they're going to get 2. Oh, he does get traded up, and it's so difficult. They do actually force off the Uber, and they get another frag for it. And you can see Witness, they don't want to back up at all. They don't want to play slow here. They want to play nice and quickly. These shots coming out, combining from Thomas and Auto there. They're going to be getting the demo. They're just not even letting the heavy get to point. Oh my days.
Yeah, forcing that trade out, just busting all the players through, making them have the worst Uber. Tiger also gets a snipe onto Sneaky from the side, just making sure that player goes down during the Uber trade, and then there's no one really left standing after the invulnerability wears off, and Witness take another one, and we are once again at map point.
Yeah, that is technically true, but what if TonyResort get 5 rounds in a row?
Well, I'd like to see one before I start entertaining that idea, and maybe Silvers is going to be the one to try and start it, bombing deep into enemy flower. Agent backing him up, but it's been a long time since Silvers was in, and he's left high and dry in the end as all 3 kills get taken down.
My man doesn't even know what the floor looks like anymore. He spends so much time in the air. Puck's going deep, trying to get towards Grand. The rockets are coming out. Not quite hitting every single direct, just, you know, most of them, but the chase onto Crayon is out. Soldiers all the way towards last. The little dodges. It's not enough. All the way towards the spawn door, and even with Salentes going down, this is just, yeah.
And so just farms everything else that's left alive. Just any organism on the server will be shot by him.
Yeah, you know, even like dandelions aren't safe. He's just, you know.
Here we go, he's on point already, and that is going to be map 2.
Wow, Witness Gaming, you know, they are just going for it. They ain't stopping for no one.
Yep, and TonyResort are going to have to give them a reason to stop. I believe we've got Bagel coming up next, and maybe Koth is the cope that we can come up with. Maybe TonyResort have a chance here. It was close on Prodept yesterday. They were so close to getting that round, got it into overtime, and then Thomas stopped them, but maybe our analysts have something else that they can find up their sleeves to talk about. We'll throw it over to Turbo on the couch.
And time. All right, okay, 12 minutes. We're getting a bit, like, you know, slower over on this map. Maybe a sign of hope?
It's a good second split, a little bit slow. They kind of messed up some times there. A few missed moves, but they ended up strong, 5-0 again. Good showing out of them. Once again, Thomas is running over these guys. Like, he's good at the game.
I mean, there were some funny moments throughout that entire sort of situations. Noticed, I actually see an avenue of for something for TonyResort. Hear me out on this, right? They do feed off the crowd. Do they not, Lucky?
Maybe a little bit. I mean, you can see them sort of like popping off, smiles on their face, especially when they won mid, which was fantastic. They, you know, doing that is no mean feat against Witness, and it's like the only skill that they showed for about 5 seconds. So until they were eventually rolled back across mid. But yeah, tough time for to be TonyResort at this point. I mean, look at this headshot, bang, lovely.
Yeah. Oh, they even cut out the taunt at the end as well. So I see a little bit of enjoyment, a little bit of smiling faces on TonyResort. Is there anything like we could do for TonyResort? I feel like I'm appealing now, just out there. Cadis, are you out there? Hello?
I think we are going on to Bagel, and you just have to go backstage, have a little sniff of the copium capsule, and be like, it's Koth, new me. Pickles is going to destroy them. He started to wake up on Sunshine. We saw it ourselves. Huge air shot and choke. Carried his team on his way to a mid-fight victory, and he's going to carry his team's way to, like, they might cap the point sometime.
All right, now, Bagel, guaranteed 12 minutes are going to be put on this clock. Look, a guaranteed value. If the Witness get it perfect 3 minutes and 3 rounds. But, you know, I think, is there any sign of life in the new format, new game mode for the TonyResort?
Well, yeah, they're forced to a 3-minute timer, which they might be able to get back on. I mean, we talked about it before, you know, they played products against them before and they did relatively well. So if there's going to be a map where they might be able to do something, it's going to be this one. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. There's not a lot of copium left in the tank to huff, I'm afraid.
Yeah, but I think Bagel is also just one of those maps where it is so chaotic. It's one of the newer maps in the pool. It is the newest map in the pool, which means that European players don't have that much experience on it, which inherently just makes it more chaotic. If there is a single copium left, it is that feeds into TonyResort a lot more because they get to turn off their brain. There's not these 5D chess strats that you run on Gullywash where Salentes knows it inside and out. You are, in a lot of ways on Bagel, just kind of playing extremely to the fundamentals of the game, playing to player ad, playing to height ad, playing to Uber ad, and if you fall back to that, maybe they'll have a shot. We saw it before when they played Koth against Witness. I think, honestly, the Koth maps have been where Witness have looked the weakest. Will they get around? No. But, I mean, it might be close.
Right, well, I mean, there's one last thing I can maybe do for TonyResort there. I'm going to throw it to a little break, give a bit of a chance to the audience as well to go get a drink or, you know, quickly go to the toilet. And when we're back, hopefully we'll be back with potentially our final map of the grand final. Potentially. See you real soon. Welcome back to the analyst desk. Welcome back to our coverage of the Team Fortress 2 Open tournament here at I-71 in Birmingham, NEC. Gentlemen, did you enjoy your little break?
Yes.
Absolutely, I had a great time.
I love it that you just say yes and you don't give me more. But yeah, I do welcome in Juan, the caster, onto the sofa. I've also got Lucky, the player, and the caster here on the sofa as well. Gentlemen, we're at map point, potentially. Or match point, I guess. I don't know how do you want to look at it, I guess. But it's basically potentially one map left in the pool for this entire grand final. It's looking pretty bad. I'll level with you.
Yeah, it's looking pretty bad, but I feel like if we gave TonyResort some more energy from the crowd, maybe they'd do something. They are fueled by crowd energy. Let's get it, yeah?
He did it. He actually did it.
Bit more.
He said, you full-blown Dragon Ball Z this. Give them your energy and all that. All right, so, but I mean, he's got a point though, Juan. They have been feeding off the energy a little bit, and they've been getting maybe the tiny bit unconventional. Do you just keep going in this direction?
I think on especially this Bagel map, I think the one solution that TonyResort has is just press your W key and hope for the best. And instead of trying to think about it, you'll probably get outthought. So just keep running at them and maybe it works.
Yeah, maybe. Now, before we go over to any more sort of analysis of Bagel and all that, I have got a lovely Monopoly board game here. Ooh, that it will be given away to not only the people that do our little Twitter competition over at TF2 Essentials. You'll find more information. Don't worry, we'll have it all on the screen there. Ooh la la. Yes. But we're also going to be giving away something just like it, signed in all by the TF2 team, to our MVP as well. They're going to be chosen by our casters. So casters, I hope you're paying attention to the game. So, all right. So, I mean, who's in the forerunning so far? If you had to kind of help our brethren out, who is like head and shoulders above everybody, this
obviously
tournament.
Piggles. Obviously Piggles. Who else could it possibly be but Piggles?
Yeah, just Piggles. Best player. Best player on LAN.
Wow. Corruption here on the stage of Birmingham NEC. I love it. Anyway, boys, take it away. We'll throw over to our casters.
All right, we're back. This is map 3, maybe the last one we're going to see. I am equally joined with Bum, and this is going to be Bagel, boys. We may need to pray for this one.
Almost certainly. I mean, I think they're onto something there on the couch. Tony G definitely feeds off the crowd's energy, so maybe if we could get a chant going into the first mid, maybe that would intimidate Witness enough to throw something away at the very start. But as we said, they have had a flawless LAN so far. We need something out of TonyResort just to deny them that. I'm sure that would make the crowd happy enough. These guys are clearly the favorites on screen now, and yeah, everybody wants to see at least a bit of an upset, maybe wipe the smile off some of those WG faces.
Yeah, I'll be honest, at this point, everything you want to do as a player on the side of TonyResort is just to try and make some kind of magic happen. I think, I hate to say this. This is something I've never wanted to say, especially in front of so many people at this wonderful event. I agree with Wandon. They need to press W and just get in and fight and just hope for the best. Exactly like he says, they will get outthought if they try and play this slowly and methodically and that kind of stuff. They need to get in, they need to make some fights happen, and they need to find some avenue into this. And this is going to be where we find out. This is TonyResort versus Witness Gaming, map 3 of our I-71 Grand Finals. We're going to need all the love in the world for TonyResort right now as we go into this first mid. Come on, boys, you can get something in. We're going to be watching the side of Witness Gaming to begin with. No one's going for this immediate sack in just yet. They're going to be playing a little bit steady, just testing the waters. Exactly where do they want to go for? Tomas getting a little bit of position towards point. No one committing just yet.
Yeah, no one committing at all. I smell fear from Witness. They must be scared of Tony as they come in with a bomb, still just going behind. The rest of them kind of slowly walking towards the point, and TonyResort taking the fight right to them. They just ignore Silentes, who now springs the trap from behind. Domo getting 2 kills onto Sneaky and Pickles, pushing forwards across the point. Now Crayon's kind of caught between a rock and a hard place, and the rock is Silentes taking a fight versus Zodiac, but Zodiac takes him down. They will at least escape Crayon 2 spawn, but Witness with the first cap.
Yep, I mean, they are going to be getting that cap, but this is actual player advantage here on the side of TonyResort. They can start moving all the way towards point. If they can try and take this a little bit free, that would be fantastic. But Auto does have his Uber. He's ready to trade this basically whenever. A lot of damage is coming out onto these TonyResort players. Ubers are going to get traded all the way towards point. We did talk about the flashing potential that Tomas has, just forcing so many players to get, you know, so weak. And this time actually taking down Pickles.
Yeah.
How do they do a long fight like this?
Yep, just straight dropping Pickles out of the Uber, making sure he has no impact. Agents trying to do something from the side of point, still going in for a very high bomb, landing in behind them, and they might just do the exact same thing as we saw before, the pincer, but instead still gets out. Everybody's so scared on the side of TonyResort, backing up into the corner. They do have quite a bit of cap time, but no actual time off the clock as of yet. Sil is going to wrap around behind Sylvs, and Sneaky actually double up to get that kill. They are able to capture the point. Tiger trying to do something in behind, but Tony G, for the first time, they're in control.
There we go. Love to see that little blue timer ticking down there. Beautifully so. They've got control of the point for just a moment. They are at a very slight Uber disadvantage here. So if Auto's really fast, they can start moving all the way towards point. Maybe use the pressure of this little advantage to take control of the point. But Crayon, 95% now. So they'll have the Uber to try and give some kind of refight. But once again, Witness is going to be here. They're going to be chilling just a little bit. We do see one player on each side does go down. There will be
Crayon's been left alone. Crayon has no one to heal yet again. We've seen this problem so many times before, and Sil is about to wrap around behind him. Crayon has to go forwards and just use this Uber off at the last second to make sure none of his players go down. Sylvs will go down during the trade nonetheless. And now Toad also taking down Zod. Everybody retreating on the side of TonyResort. Agent, he's jumping out to the pack, but he's got people hunting him. They are feral. And Agent will fall as well. Witness firmly in control of the point once again.
Yeah, this is going to be such a good position for them. It's only about a 50%.
First forward hold too.
Ooh, yeah, this is going to make things even harder. You can see Domo trying to set up. His stickies aren't exactly perfect though, so it is actually going to be Sneaky going all the way through. Some good damage, but again, not securing the frag. One of the so important issues for TonyResort.
And Puck's gone behind. He's jumping in. Massive rocket. Gets 1 kill. Crayon very low as well. Sil will help him double up. And they just wipe them here on the side of TonyResort. Just Sylvs left alone in the spawn. Look at him looking around so confused. Where did all my team go?
Guys, where did everyone go? He's physically, you know, looking around his PC like, guys, you in the same server as me? What's going on?
Sil hiding in the...
Excuse me?
And Agent skips right past him.
Okay, I mean, Silentes is apparently just basically invisible. We do see Tomas has gone down. All right, we can push, boys, all the way towards point. There's no Tomas. That means a significant amount of firepower is gone, and that's the round being capped. And the trade! Agent and Silentes, they're the same person.
They are, confirmed. It's happened twice now. They do finally clean up that Sil. He's been just griefing them from behind for the entirety of this round so far. There's a lot of time on point, but we need a little bit more of it. Let's just take it over the edge. Tomas and Domo doing their best to block that one as the rest of the TonyResort players just heal up a little bit. There's no Ubers involved just right now as Sylvs bombs all the way in behind, drags back some players, and they can get the cap from that, but they do take down Sylvs, and now they're able to re-push the mid themselves.
Yeah, this is actually... Oh, it's such a tricky position. They can't really let the control of point go over. Uber is being used. This is... I mean, they managed to get a frag here, but only after getting it traded anyway, and Auto's just only now using his Uber, and it's just going to be terrifying. Right now, this is Tomas with basically a full Uber, just able to walk on forward, slam all these players, and this is 4 seconds left on the clock. They need to go all the way, but Domo's just not even letting them through the corridors.
Yep, Domo gives his life to stop them walking past him, and that's all he needed to do, keep them off the point for just long enough. 53 seconds, though, nothing to snip at, but
yeah, that's okay.
Tony G, they did get some time on the point. At the very least, and I think they just need to mostly deal with Sil. He's definitely having a match getting behind them almost permanently.
Yeah.
And they just struggle to deal with that, and then they get pinched from both sides.
That is absolutely true. Maybe Silentes is a player that everyone should have in their minds just at the moment to either play with him or deal with him. So we are going to be seeing his POV just for a moment. There's, again, a little bit of a slow mid. No one going for those immediate fights. A lot of damage already on Crayon, though. Makes it so difficult, which means that Sill's bomb all the way in. He knows he's going to be towards his health pack. Gets this good amount of damage, but actually doesn't get quite the committal. Oh, Puck does go in, but actually that is both the soldiers on the side of Winners Gaming going down. Crayon doing a fantastic job staying alive, but the rest of the players on the side of TonyResort, they didn't really get the memo that it was time to back up.
Yeah, Crayon just bunny hopping over the rockets, but focusing so hard on staying alive. The rest of the team goes down on mid, and now Tiger has an opportunity to make it worthless as Crayon goes down in the end anyway. Very, very late. Auto with a full advantage as well.
Yeah, but those are two big frags from Agent right there. That is a big play, and it does mean that there's going to be 0 of the scout class on the side of Witness ready for this immediate repush from TonyResort. They'll just only be spawning now, which means they'll take a little while just to get to the battlefield. So Piggles, my boy, just gets obliterated by Domo. Oh my days, the optimism, and they just get trashed. Bid.
Yeah, it's completely over. They get the point for all of 5 seconds, and Witness swarm it instantly again. Once again, another forward hold being set up. Everybody up on the side of Witness. Still going even further forward. Does he want to do something cheeky here? He's bringing Auto with him for a second, just for a buff, though, not actually to do something satanic in their spawn, but he's hiding nonetheless. Now will be coming in from behind. Cram right in front of him. 2 rockets connect. The third one just splashes at very long range, and that's a medic down once again for TonyResort. Now they just have to throw all their lives at Auto, but they don't even get the chance to walk forwards. They die on Witness Gaming's terms as Witness just shut them down. Tiger with those last 3 frags in quick succession, and it is looking dominant still.
A little bit one by one there by TonyResort, you know, it's like, oh, I'll go in. Oh, actually, maybe I'll go in. Maybe I'll go in. We're all dead.
Maybe let's start checking that spot in spawn, guys. It's getting to be a bit of an issue now as they do try and break the forward hold once more. Agent bombing through, gets instantly focused down, and that lets the rest of his teammates through. They get a force onto Auto. Every little helps at least, right, guys?
Yeah, every little helps. That's an Uber out the way, and Crayon's actually going to be sitting there like, all right, boys, good stuff, okay? I can hold the beam down. I can get myself my own little Uber. Players come up just so quickly on this Koth format when you don't have the point, so this repush is basically ready to go immediately. I think they will just play a little bit slow for just a moment, just to guarantee they do get this Uber. They've been bitten too many times by Crayon being on 97%, and this time the Uber is ready to go. They can walk forward whenever. Agent going down those stickies is a pretty rough start to things, and the deep bomb does come in. Salentes just trying to take some position and kind of scare them more than anything. They are still getting torn apart. They just don't see an opportunity to use this Uber.
Crayon drops Piggles as well. That's a demo down before the Uber, as well as the flank players who died a little bit earlier. They do manage to pick up a couple of frags with it, but they don't get the all-important Auto. Sneaky.
Oh, Sneaky's in! Sneaky's in! Getting right onto Domo! And the follow-up as well. Walking away. He knows the soldiers there. He's trying to live, but he just can't.
Yep, he tried his absolute best. Now there's someone else to worry about here as Agent crawls out of his hidey hole, but Tiger shooting him down instantly. Sylv's trying to play the point just a little bit, get more than 9 seconds on it in this round, but it doesn't look like that is going to be allowed. Auto still has an Uber that he can just pop any second now and just stop any hopes of this being captured up. They are finding 2 frags with it so far. Tiger running forwards will take down Crayon as well, and it's just 3 players left alive between them and the second round.
Yeah, absolutely. We can see that time dissipating. Agent just trying to get a health back, but my brother...
Get on point, man! You don't need to go point back, you gotta get on the point!
Oh my days, that's a spooky time right now if you're on the side of TonyResort, because you're kind of staring down the barrel of potentially a roundless grand final.
Yep, not only a roundless grand final, but a flawless LAN for Witness Gaming. If there's a time, it has to be now. We need all your energy for Tony,
boys,
guys.
Come on, TonyResort. Let's go, Tony. Let's go. There we go. The crowd's absolutely loving it right now, giving all of the love they can muster. Anything right now. Let's go, Tony.
Agent going to be the first one to go in, ends up behind, but unfortunately it's Puck to shut that one down. All of Tony running across the point now. They're hyped off the adrenaline.
Oh, they've got the point!
Up and they find Tiger, they find Salentes. They're finally winning a fight. Auto's getting taken down as well by Zodiac. Here we go, TonyResort stepping up.
Ooh, Puck just about managing to live there, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Sneaky trying to play a little bit patient. Tomas is so difficult to play against. This will be the point recaptured by Witness Gaming, but Crayon's got the super.
Tiger on the flank. Agent, he's just run right past Agent, and Agent waits a little bit too long to start the fight. Oh no, this could be an embarrassing loss.
No.
Oh dear, Agent just gets trolled by Tiger, and the Uber is out on point in the meantime, trying to get forwards and get some frags here from TonyResort. Domo is going to be the one to fall to it, Sil as well, but there's still Puck and Thomas left alive. This point should be capped up soon for TonyResort. They're keeping it kind of even in this round so far, Replay.
I'm liking this right now, TonyResort. I feel like the crowd, I feel like you guys are doing some work right now.
Thomas is down as well.
Damn, okay, look at this Pickles. He's like, all right, boys, I like some doorways on the demo class.
Auto has an advantage, and they need to watch out for that because with all the hype, it's easy to forget the basics. They need to not get caught off by Auto. They're ready to go with it. Sylvs, though, he makes them Uber on his terms. He delays them a hell of a lot. This Uber's gone nowhere. They do get the Sylvs kill, but they're not going to find anything else, and that puts Crayon in control of the Uber situation once again. They even just want to drive fight this. They know Sylvs is spawning sooner. Sneaky already putting half the time into that point. Piggles trying to trap off behind Domo. Domo's taking a lot of damage, but watch out for Sil. Sil bombing in on Crayon, pops him up in the air, and will finish off that frag.
Yeah, this is going to get pretty tricky right now. The time is just about going down, but Sil's trying to combine with his team. Sneaky doing fantastic work here. Really just trying to do everything they can, but ultimately, they've done enough for the moment. They need to regroup. They need to take a moment. This is 70% just, approaching on Auto, who just only now is healing. So won't quite have the Uber in time for this TonyResort repush.
Not quite up either. They managed to bust out lower for free. They were just a bit forwards on the other side instead. Now Sylvs bombing in deep. Sneaky and Piggles both walking across point to support him. They just get off the point for free. Auto's Uber is up any second now, and he is going to have to force that off to not drop his scouts there. But they are fleeing on the side of TonyResort. They've done a pretty good job of getting away. They've dropped 2 players, but they keep the medic alive, and they've still got Sneaky here trying to cause some turmoil, but he's going to go down. Sylvs now backing up the damage that Sneaky just did. He will fall as well. And the point, they don't quite want to cap it just yet. They don't want to deny those spawners.
No, you're right. They absolutely don't. They need to just take a moment, take a breather, get this Uber. It's so close to it. Oh, we see Puck going for a deep bomb there, but actually kind of throw his life away. Speaking of which, Agent, I feel like he's getting just a little bit overly aggressive right now, not really playing with the rest of TonyResort, because they're really starting to come alive, but they keep losing this all-important player.
Yeah, absolutely, and Agent probably the least experienced, especially at LAN, but here comes the Uber, and they find very little. Sil went behind, I believe, and got caught by Sylvs, but none of the actual combo players going to be going down there. They cap the point up again, and the timers are pretty equal.
Yeah, and they are pretty equal. They're, slightly in the favor, but there we go. Puck is getting traded by Agent.
Also with Uber. Ooh, that could have been an opportunity to use it off, but he just wants to keep Domo alive instead and hold this Uber on for later. Now they can walk this forwards. There's only 3 players here. Piggles trying to keep Thomas at bay.
Yeah, you can see how aggressive they're being. Only 50% on Crayon. It's going to be really, really difficult. Only 59 seconds left on the clock for Witness Gaming. They're looking good. I'm going to be honest with you. We're going to need something monumental on the side of TonyResort to stand any real chance. Even just delaying for this Uber is a bit of a risk. That's an active decision they've had to make. And now we are seeing Witness Gaming. They're having to move just a little bit further back. The frags get onto both these soldiers. Tiger does go down. We do still see, actually, Silenta's going down. Do we see Puck as well? Oh, Zod! Incredible plays. They managed to get all this position. Ubers now do get used. Sneaky trying to force the flash as much as possible. This time Pickles is staying a little bit further away. They get Domo as well! That is absolutely exceptional. They need to take a moment, take a breather. Sneaky doesn't want to stop. You can see capping this point is perfect for them right now. All they need is just a perfect hold, and maybe they can stand a chance.
And they're going in deep. Sylvs doesn't want to take his foot off the gas. They do get a shot onto Tiger as well to shut him down. They're just keeping the pressure going. TonyResort trying to choke them on this side of the map. The bomb comes in from Puck, but he's not landing on players. He's just landing behind them, and that will be enough to split the focus of TonyResort, and they just get pushed back in this fight. Everyone's so low, but none of the frags secured, and it's 15 seconds away from Witness taking a flawless LAN.
Yep, here we go. 9 seconds on the clock. It is time to go, TonyResort. It is time to move. It is time to get at least some kind of overtime. Show us everything you've got. Piggles has already gone down. Crayon, Sneaky, and Zod, they all fall. It's all on Agent, and it's not enough. The timer's going down. Are they even going to spawn in time? Unless Piggles has the most insane rollout anyone's ever seen.
Yeah, Piggles needs the teleport rollout. It is done and dusted. Witness, of course, they are your LAN finalist champion. They've done it, not dropping a single round in the entire event. It's been a long time coming. The best team in ETF 12 for years now, but just eluding that Insomnia gold medal, and here they get it.
Yep, absolutely, and in a slightly dominating fashion, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I don't think anyone saw it going any other way, but my God, yeah, Witness have they've shown why they're the best in Europe.
Absolutely. There's not much you can do but beat the teams in front of you, but either way, there's very few teams who can even hold a candle up to what Witness have achieved, and they are by far the best team in Europe. I wouldn't see this final having any other champion than them.
No, absolutely. So incredible stuff from Witness Gaming, but the challengers over here. Massive round of applause for TonyResort. My boys, you fought hard. Oh my days, incredible. Right, okay, bum. I mean, maybe it wasn't, you know, the 5-map all golden cap grand finals everyone wanted, but I mean, we got to see some of the highest quality TF2 at least.
Yeah, we got to see these players taking the crown that they rightfully deserve. There's been a lack of lands this year for them to prove themselves, but finally they can close it out. Obviously, so many of them coming second last year at I-69. But there are also some Mercs to give a shout out to. Obviously, Ixie and Pappy unable to make it from their holidays, but I'd say Hugo definitely stepped into the role. Tiger, obviously, we knew what he was capable of. He's got a second place under his belt from yonks ago also. Yeah. Now he gets the gold that he so deserves as well.
Yeah, absolutely true. Like you say, you know, considering, you know, they weren't the kind of standard players, yeah. I mean, you know, you can't feel sorry for any team when they get Tiger as a Merc, you know, it's kind of, oh, I suppose I'll pick up, you know, one of the best players in the game, fine, whatever.
Yeah. What do you think the future holds for TonyResort? Do you think they'll stick together, come second in Prem next season?
Oh, absolutely, well, maybe.
I'm sure the crowd would like that. They sound like they like that idea.
I feel like we've got a crowd of TonyResort fans right now, you know. I mean, I shout it, you know, I respect it a lot. I feel like, you know, They brought the hype. They brought the hype. Yeah.
They've definitely brought the hype, and that's all we ask for in a game that's one-sided as that. There's obviously TonyResort. They've tried their best, but I don't think even before the event we thought there was much chance. Witness have just been an absolute reign of dominance for years at this point. Obviously, TF2 Easy unable to continue with their roster, so I think that's the one team that might have brought it to them on the European side at least.
Yeah.
But legally, you know, even though no American teams showed up, this is pretty much the World Championship of TF2, so I'd say TonyResort, officially the second best team in the world!
That, legally speaking, by that logic, you are absolutely right, and I mean, yeah, I mean, what else can we even say? I believe we can go for a little interview to talk to some of our players right now. Yeah, what an insane grand final, boys. What are you saying?
Thank you so much, Epoli and Bumfries, for the cast. I'm joined here by your I-71 champions, Witness Gaming! I managed to drag over Tiger, get a few words from him. Tiger, you won Copenhagen Games. This is the first time you've won an I-Series LAN. How does it feel?
Yeah, pretty good. I can't really, I don't know. Yeah, it's just really good.
Now, you obviously haven't played TF2 last season. You did play Soldier for AMS a season ago. How's it been going back to Scout? You feeling good?
Yeah, I think it's like once you get into it, you don't really lose it. Well, not to a certain point anyway, but it took a couple of weeks to get back into it, but yeah.
So what's the plan now? What are you going to do? Maybe for tonight, maybe for the future? What are you feeling?
Well, tonight, get very drunk, definitely. But rest of TF2, I think this will be my final playing at a top level anyway. I think anyway.
So with that in mind, Tiger, any final words for the crowd, for the audience?
Oh, definitely. Like, the whole reason we're here is basically because of this. You know, it's just amazing, everyone coming up, even with the LAN being a bit last minute sort of thing. But obviously, it wouldn't be the same without the crowd.
Once again, massive shout out to you guys. Massive shout out to Witness for TonyResort, coming up on the stage, being such good sports. With that, I want to once again applause for your I-71 champions, Witness Gaming.
Well done, Witness Gaming. Well done, well done. I'm very proud of you boys. Now go on, shoo now. Off to the club. Spend your money. Giant check. Giant check. Go on. Bye-bye. Ta-ta. All right. Well, camera over here. Okay. Thank you very much to everybody here. The players, the Essential.tf, iSeries, the crowd, Twitch chat, Dre-Tech, who we've got Marketplace, can't forget about them as well. A big shout out to all our casters, crew, and friends. A big shout out to you guys at home for just making an absolute hype show. Congratulations are in order for every single one of us all for making such a grand show. And it's fantastic. We've still got that little giveaway going on the Essentials Twitter, so don't go stray far if you want to still get a piece of that sort of thing. And we also, just one little shout out finally for, you know, the boys in Tony. All right. And one last. You can't silence them. You can't. And one last huzzah for Witness Gaming, our champions of I-71. I know what you're thinking. What happens now? Where do I go? What do I do? Don't worry, we've got a special stream just for you over in our TF2 section. We're going to be doing a little outro show with your boy Lucky and Eepoli, so that's going to be fine as well. And I know what the real reason you're here. I'm here and gracefully to say, enjoy our outro video. I hope you've got a box of tissues. All right, see you soon.
Will now be equal. They are going to go for the air shot onto Tabby. He's trying to get positioned by some of his alien workshop players, but not quite hitting that shot. It's actually the scouts on the side of TonyResort who are really making things work right. Look at that. Sneaky. From his exit here, they get fast enough, and Sneaky definitely wants to. There we go. And they get the kill to Shades as well. Tiny little window of opportunity here. He's trying to get directly behind. Oh my God, no, and he gets it! That's absolutely your silence changing. Fairest perished. Why are you so careless? Crayon spreading. I must see. Maybe eventually he's going to hit a shot, but Lucky in the air, he gets destroyed by Solentes.
This time you got out of
roster due to just scheduling conflicts and whatever. But there we have it. Alien Workshop, when it matters, they turn up, they get that win on day one at least. And maybe it could be different tomorrow. We'll have them almost certainly both making it through into a best of 3.
Why would you post that? That's my mum let me into the TF2 zone.
Yeah? You like, she told that you play TF2?